Fala pessoal, de boa, continuando a nossa gameplay do Starfield, de onde paramos na DLC. Se estiverem gostando do conteúdo, deixa o like, se inscrevam no canal para dar aquela força e vamos lá. Hoje estamos indo em direção ao depósito, tá? Com a vendedora dele iremos iniciar ali mais uma missão secundária aqui da DLC. Então, né, vamos entrar lá e dar uma conversada ali com ela, porque é mais uma missão aí a ser completada, beleza?
Do let me know if anything has caught your eye. I was hoping you would eventually stumble into my shop. Welcome. Well, yes. I realize others might treat people such as yourself with skepticism and distrust, but my opinions differ. You've clearly been chosen by the Great Serpent, sent here to help us in our time of need. In my mind, to treat you with anything but respect would be ignorant. That's an understatement. It's rare that an off-worlder finds their way to Dazra. But not just any off-worlder. One that's able to speak with a Nazca Varun himself, which in the eyes of the citizens of Dazra moves you up from the suspiciously curious category to the dangerously unique one. Which reminds me, here I am prattling on about you when I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Nalada Brady. Forgive me for not starting our conversation that way. I've been a bit distracted of late. My brother Qasim has been missing for days. I'm beginning to worry that something terrible has happened to him. Well, yes, but the incident that claimed most of Dazra was several weeks ago. Qasim and I were fortunate that our shop wasn't destroyed like so many others around us. Yes, indeed. And after what our city has been through, there are countless others that feel the same way. I'm sorry. You don't need to waste time hearing about my problems. You've clearly come by for a specific reason. If you want to take a look at what my shop has to offer, well, you let me know. Really? You'd do that for me? Oh, you truly are a gift from the Great Serpent. I knew he hadn't forsaken us. Isn't it obvious? I believe the Great Serpent has specific designs for all of us. You consider yourself to be nothing more than flesh and blood, but you have a purpose. And purpose is greater than the sum of all our parts. Oh yes, of course. The last time I heard from Qasim, he was headed out to the Deep Gorge refinery to assess if it could be reopened. He never came back that evening. I've been worried sick. Of course, how would you know about that place? It's an old mineral processing facility a good distance to the southeast of Dazra. It closed down years ago due to, I'm not even sure why. It ran out of resources, I think. There was very little talk about it around town. Impossible. Despite what's happened in Dazra, Qasim has been in good spirits of late. No, if anything, I'm afraid he's been injured and can't make the journey home. Or worse. Something within tells me you speak the truth. I feel blessed that the Great Serpent delivered you to my door. Just please be careful. That old refinery has been abandoned for years, and there's no telling what might be choosing to call the facility its home. Now, is there anything you might need for your journey? Not much more other than what I've already told you. The only silver lining from the refinery shutdown was that all of the workers were placed into other positions throughout the city, so no one went hungry. Do you mean to ask if it's a sore subject to bring up since he's missing? Not at all. Qasim and I have been close ever since we were young. Our father and mother taught us everything we needed to know about running this shop so that one day we could take over. When they passed, Qasim and I ran the business for a few years together, but I could see his heart was elsewhere. I gave him my blessing, and he attended an engineering academy. In a few more years, he graduated and made quite a name for himself. When the government reached out to everyone for help after the incident, I wasn't the least bit surprised he was the first to volunteer. I can only pray that his eagerness hasn't gotten him into deep trouble. The cataclysm that claimed most of Dazra has severely impaired our ability to survive on Varun Kai. Qasim is simply trying to use his engineering background to help everywhere that he can. In this case, he's trying to assess if the refinery can be reopened. He strongly believes that the loss of the city's infrastructure means we need to rely on everything we can in order to get back on our feet. My mother taught me to try and provide a smiling, friendly face for my customers, but it's been incredibly difficult. I managed to muddle through when the incident struck the city, but this situation with Qasim has made things difficult. Great Serpent protect us.
Beleza, pessoal, bora lá, né? A gente vai ter aí, então, uma área para fazer ali a exploração, tá? Ela fica muito longe da cidade aqui, lá nos cafundó do Judas, é o resumo da história. E aí a gente vai ter que ir atrás lá, né? Ainda bem que eu tinha uma área ali já explorada, pelo menos um pouco ali pela história principal por perto. E aí eu fiz só a caminhadinha ali pra chegar no lugar, né? Já tô vendo que tem inimigo, que é os fanáticos ali, então bora. Começar aqui o tiroteio primeiro. Vamos eliminar aí, ó. Vixe, tem inimigo pra caramba. Vamos eliminar todos os inimigos aqui antes de entrar no lugar, porque com certeza vai ser toda uma exploração aí também a ser feita ainda, né? Opa! Quando começa a música, tem alguém forte aqui. Até agora eu não vi ele, mas deve estar por aí. O maluco rodando ali, mano. Aí foi. Tem mais alguém? Não sei se tá muito longe, pera aí. Aí eu tô querendo acertar de... na sorte. Pegou. Só que ele correu, aí é foda. Vou ter que ir lá, né? Famosa grade feita de parede invisível. Já foi. Caraca, agora tem 3 ali, mano. Esse tá embaixo? É, deve estar embaixo, né? E aqui em cima não tá olhando lá. Quase caí. Aí, pegou. Tem mais 2. Deixa eu pular pra cá. Isso, amigão. Quase se machuca ali, ó. Encontrei o outro. Ai, filha da mãe. Aí, pegou, porra. E o último aqui. Caralho, eu arranquei as 2 orelhas ali e depois eliminei o inimigo. Música parou, beleza. Isso quer dizer que não vai ter mais inimigos aqui por enquanto, né? E agora vamos dar aquela geralzinha na área. Ver o que tem de bom pra levar, como sempre. E começar ali, né, a nossa exploração. Beleza, né? Então, Entramos aqui na área. Lá na parte de fora tava dando umas tremidas violentas ali, então a gente não sabe se é por causa deste lugar que a gente acabou de entrar. Vamos ver ainda. Tem inimigo aí. Já era. Vamos dar uma geralzinha aqui ao redor. Era pra gente ter entrado por outro caminho, né? Porque ali eu tive que fazer a trava, mas de boa. É coisa que acontece.
Let us try not to be responsible for any industrial-sized accidents while we are here.
Sem querer ali eu acabei saindo aqui da área. Pela outra entrada ali, mas de boa. Dá nada não. Pelo jeito é aquele esquema, né? A André já foi na frente ali e saiu no tiro com os caras. É o que eu consigo entender, né? Porque do nada um tiroteio e eu não vi ninguém ainda. Nem mira ali, então certeza que foi ela. Deixa eu ver essa porta aqui. Bom, temos um computador aqui também. Vamos dar uma olhadinha. Tem aí algumas informações, né? Aquele famoso padrão. Vou deixando na tela aí pra quem quiser dar uma lida com calma. Só pausar o vídeo. Já era os inimigos daqui. Tem marcação no mapa ainda. Nossa, olha a lagada que deu, velho. Na hora que tremeu a tela ali. Caramba, mano. O bagulho tá da hora, hein? Meu Deus do céu, velho.
Spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Só dando uma revirada a mais aqui na área, antes da gente já aproveitar e partir ali pro objetivo da missão. E vamos descendo agora, né? Só ir já no esquema aqui pra ver se não tem inimigo. Opa, eu acho que é pra descer mais ali. Porém, tem algo pra cá ainda, né? Já era. Vamos ver o que a gente tem pra cá. Muita munição, pelo menos. Isso aí a gente tá encontrando bem. Ah, isso daqui era lá pela parte de cima onde tava o robô ali, verdade, beleza. Nossa, olha, o bagulho dá uma lagada, velho, quando a tela dá uma tremida. Que doideira, mano.
Bring it.
O computador ali era só das portas, né, então nós tá bem de boa. Só falta o inimigo. Já era. Rapaz, mais uma faca lendária. Puta merda, hein? Não vem arma não, velho? Só faca mesmo? Porra. Bora continuar então em frente, porque aqui a gente já deu uma olhada geral ali também. Eita, pegou. Esse aí é forte. Era. E caiu lá embaixo. E o item tá no corpo dele também. Vamos dar um rolezinho ao redor. Ver se tem algo aqui. Deve ser por causa dessa broca aí. Essa névoa aí de poeira ali, ó. Que o jogo tá dando umas enroscadas aqui nessa área. Porque não faz sentido não, mano. É a única coisa que eu consigo imaginar que esteja pesado. É, e não tá muito legal essa... Olha, quando olha pra ela, dá um... Você já vê que o FPS já dá uma dropada, tipo.
Winner takes all this tip race, is it not?
Olha. Ó. Complicado, hein? Só garantir que não vai ter nada aqui, porque a gente vai entrar pra próxima etapa ali pelo jeito. E é isso mesmo, elevador ali. Uma caixa aí de exploração final, né? Mas não parece ser exploração final não. Mas de boa, vamos lá. Beleza, né? Entramos na próxima área pra fazer aqui a exploração. Caraca, o bagulho já tá meio macabro aqui, hein, mano. Olha. Aqui deu merda. Aqui deu bosta. Pode ter certeza que bosta deu, mano. Tá louco?
No indications that there is anyone else around, but we should still be cautious.
É bom tomar cuidado mesmo. Rapaz. Deu merda. A porta jogou a Andreja lá do outro lado. Bom, tem um computador. Possivelmente eu vou ter que pegar ali aquela bateria e ligar a luz daqui, né? A energia, quer dizer. É isso mesmo. Tem aí algumas informações, né? Aquele padrão, eu deixo um pouco na tela aí pra quem quiser dar uma lida com calma. Só pausar o vídeo. É isso mesmo. Pega a bateria, coloca ali e bora. Vou ir na moralzinha aqui porque, mano, tá bem macabro a área aqui. Vai dar B.O. André já me travando ali, mano. Aí fica difícil desse jeito, hein? Ixi, é robô, né? Vou ter que usar arma laser mesmo. Balístico não dá muito dano, não.
Expertly done. Let us see what was being protected.
Perdi tempo fazendo a trava ali à toa. Tinha nada de interessante aqui. Padrão, né? A gente perde tempo na trava pra não ter recompensa. Acontece. É como eu só vou passar aqui uma vez mesmo. É, o rastro de sangue tá descendo ali. Possivelmente seja o caminho. É. Tem que seguir, ó. A trilha de sangue. Vamos lá, né? parece que tem alguém gritando.
Detecting and shutting down. This unit can no longer serve house.
Só não sei se esse é o inimigo, né?
Take what you must. Leave the rest for the scavengers.
Vamos ver esse computador aqui. Ah, eu acho que é a mesma coisa lá do primeiro computador, né? É isso mesmo, pelo jeito. Da bateria lá inicial, onde a gente abriu o caminho. É isso mesmo. Vou pegar essa bateria só por pegar, porque eu acho que a gente vai precisar usar. Eita, tem mais duas baterias. Ou eu dei uma de cego, forte e hard, ou elas estão em outro lugar. Vamos ter que dar uma geral aqui, pera aí. Será que tá lá na parte de cima, mano? Aonde tava o computador e eu não vi? Caraca, o bagulho tava na minha frente, mano, na hora que eu vi no computador. E não vi mesmo. Ixi. Agora tá faltando uma bateria só, né? O problema é na onde que ela tá. O bagulho dá uma lagada. Bom, eu não desci aí. Tenho quase certeza que a bateria tá lá embaixo. Ah, deve ser por aqui mesmo. Vamos ver se não tem nenhum inimigo por aqui. Ai, filha da... Susto da porra. Mas beleza. A última bateria tava aqui. Tô falando, mano, a área é macabra. Você fica prestando atenção no som, você se lasca, velho. E a última bateria a gente já encontrou. Agora a gente tem que perseguir o bagulho, né? Vamos lá. É diferentão. E foi ele que eliminou os fanáticos aqui. Mais algumas informações aqui também, que eu vou deixar um pouquinho na tela aí pra vocês. Quem quiser dar uma lida com calma, só pausar o vídeo. Opa, passou correndo ali, hein? Tentaram imitar um pouco um filme de terror aqui, pelo jeito. Algo que faltou muito, tá? No game base, sendo bem sincero. Porque lá, pelo menos, a gente teve, né, diversas áreas macabras que dava muito bem para os caras fazer algo bem bolado ali, né? De um pouquinho mais assim de terror, tá? E aqui eles resolveram pensar em fazer o bagulho, né? Então, né, velho, é aquele esquema, né? Tá atrasado, né, o Starfield? Bom, eliminamos o inimigo. Vamos revistar ali o corpo. Puta merda. Será que é o irmão da mina? Vamos ver o códice.
Dearest Nalada, I'm using one of these devices to record this message. I pray it somehow finds its way into your hands. I've spent countless hours trying to find a way to escape this unbearable nightmare. But it appears that my fate has been sealed. The zealot that calls himself the Maker has decreed we have been chosen for redemption. That we would become one of his hideous creations. The thought of becoming one of the redeemed, those horrendous, twisted vestiges of humanity, it's too disturbing to contemplate. I've heard the screams of the others, their dying breaths, begging, no, praying for mercy. I can't even fathom the pain they must have endured. All of the cells in my own are empty. The silence cuts as deep as a pain blade. I can only assume I'm the Maker's next victim. Soon, my mind will no longer be my own, and I will forget you, and Mother and Father. Forget everything. Even myself. I should have never left you alone, Nalada. In the midst of the calamity that struck Doações, I should have been there for you. But now, who's that? I think idea. I hear them coming. There's so much I want to say, but time isn't on my side. Listen to me, dear sister. In your hour of greatest need, trust in the Great Serpent. Despite all that's happened, trust that he will provide for you and protect you. I love you, Nalada. Farewell.
Que merda, hein, mano? Então, praticamente ele foi ali, experimento, né? Desse laboratório aqui. Só que aí é aquele esquema, né? Perdeu o controle e não tem mais o que falar, né? Passou o cerol em todo mundo que tava ali dentro. Beleza, agora a gente já não tem mais nada pra fazer, é só voltar na mina lá e encerrar a missão.
Come in, come in. Come in, come in. By the Great Serpent, no. Please don't tell me. Oh, no, no. My poor Qasim, no. That stupid fool and his crusading ways. I knew it would get him into trouble, but I never thought it would get this far. How am I ever going to continue without him? He was all I had left. Yes. Yes, you're right. If nothing else, I have to move forward for Qasim, my parents, and myself. Listen, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done. You risked your life to bring me closure. It's something I'll never forget. I can't offer you much, but I can assure you that my wares will cost you less than before. I hope that's enough. Thank you, traveler. May the Great Serpent guide you on your path.
Deu pra reparar ali que a gente tinha como mentir também, né, nessa missão aqui, mas é um final aí que não ia valer muito a pena não, tá? Então, a gente terminou a historinha direitinho pelo menos e vamos para a próxima missão. Beleza, pessoal, pra gente iniciar ali mais uma missão também, estou mostrando pra vocês, estamos aqui nos salões da cura, certo? Nessa parte aqui, então, a gente vai entrar na área, pois lá dentro teremos aí um personagem que vai nos dar mais uma missão aqui também a ser completada, tá? Aqui no caso é esse cara aqui, ó, à direita, beleza? Conversando com ele e vamos lá.
What angered him so?
Serpent's Grace, are you a new volunteer? I was told you'd be coming yesterday, or was it today? By Jinan. What day even is it? Already? By the Herald, you're right. Which means time is at a premium. My name is Vasilis. I am a Herald's assistant. Or I was, until the cataclysm took out much of the city and half of the people with it. Now I'm part healer, caretaker, warrior. The list goes on and on. Much of the city is just gone, as well as much of our staff and facilities. So we've all been rushed into larger roles with inferior tools. We're stretched thin and wound tight. I feel like the skin on a balloon. I am hoping you can help let the air out. I would gladly take a fire over what's happened to our city. You don't need Jinan's sight to see things are bad. No, bad is the wrong word. What happened here was tectonic. And while the wounded are being tended to, I'm most concerned with those in the city who haven't sought help. What we need is for people to check in on the elderly and the infirm. They lead more sedentary lives, which means they are more likely to be stuck in their homes in need of help, but having no way to get it. Thank you. There are many in need. But I would like you to start with Reagan Oeda. His home is not too far from here, near the Halls of Obedience. I need two things. One, see if he's okay. And two, make sure he's taking his medicine. Plus, it will be good for him to see a friendly face, to give his spirits a lift. Under normal circumstances? Yes. Under these circumstances, the concept of overworked doesn't exist. I was on my way to the scaled citadel when I saw a bird in flight pass overhead. It inspired me to write a hymn, so I stopped in my tracks to reach for my slate. I had barely started typing when I noticed the ground spilling at the edge of my feet. I looked down, then up, to see a vast crater of nothing before me, and fell to my knees. I can say for certain I was there, at the very line between life and death. But I never witnessed the vortex perform its terrible works of death and devastation. Somehow, that troubles me more. In the time since, I've wondered why I was spared, when so many were lost. Perhaps it is the will of the Great Serpent that I be here to help those in need. About that. So, I was on the fast track to be a herald once upon a time. Emphasis on the was. Turns out I'm a bit squeamish when it comes to blood and viscera. So for now, if you're hurt, talk to Hantan Irara. She's far more qualified. That's not to say I won't be capable someday. It's my dream, after all, to become a herald. But one cannot serve the house without first carving the dagger. It's to help with his memory. It's a bit scattered already, and he has trouble remembering where he left things. I've heard stories that he's taken to hoarding. That doesn't sound good, but maybe it'll help him keep his mind busy. Just trying to think of the bright side, sort as that may be around here. He's long in the tooth and a tad absent-minded. So, don't worry about distracting him. He'll do that all on his own. Serpent be with you.
Beleza, pessoal, então a gente vai ter ali a marcação da missão, tá? É só sair aqui agora dos salões e ir lá pro nosso objetivo, que é uma casa aqui próximo mesmo, ó. Já dá pra ver ali pertinho, na distância ali. Então eu vou a pé mesmo, rapidão, tá? Essa casa aqui, ela vai estar fechada até que você inicie a missão, então não tem como você entrar nela, tá? Aí quando você ativar a missão ali, já vai estar disponível para seguir em frente, beleza? Vamos lá.
Now, where did I put it? Serpent's tongue. I'm getting tied up with my own system. It says here, senbei. Rice crackers. Did I mean a crack in the wall? Cracking a code? Tough nut to crack? Oh, hello. Have we met before? I remember things when I need to. Not everything needs to be, right? Oh, well, in that case, it's nice to meet you. And I apologize for the mess. I've been trying to keep everything here sorted, based on a personal system. The problem is that it's all gotten to be too much. And I can't find my things. Yes, I pick a word that reminds me of another word, and that makes me remember where it is. There might be a slate around here that has more details. Maybe look around for those. Well, my keycard for one. Socks for another, and one more thing. Something important, I think. Not my socks, but socks. He's a dog plushie. White as a pair of socks, if I recall correctly. Of course, no guarantee that I do. Oh, several things. I just don't recall what they are. Maybe it was for Dora? I'm sorry. I'm so forgetful these days. No, but I'll know it when I see it. I think. Oh, that would be grand. This seems more like a two-person job. With my system and your gusto, we'll find exactly what I'm looking for. Whatever it was. I'd help, but I'm a little lost at the moment.
Beleza, e aqui a gente tem, né, alguns objetivos, tá? Que é procurar pelos itens dele ali direitinho. Porém, né, a gente tem um opcional aí, que é limpar a casa dele ali. E a gente tem bastante coisa pra ir limpando, então vamos lá, né, procurando tudo direitinho. Vai ter vários códices aí que a gente vai ir escutando também e entendendo um pouquinho mais aqui da história dele, beleza? Então, primeiro vamos dar uma geralzinha na área aqui, ó. Vai ter o lixo ali, a gente joga tudo direitinho. E aí vamos completando os nossos objetivos aqui também.
The Great Serpent is always with us, at work and at home.
So, tell me about your kids. The ones at the orphanage.
I love them, but they can be difficult. There's this one boy, Rumarin, who won't stop misbehaving.
He sounds like a handful.
I need about 10 more hands and a cargo ship for that one.
I see.
Careful, don't knock over the vase. You keep too many notes. It's confusing.
It makes sense to me.
It just looks like word spaghetti. Like, why does this say keycard? Rock thrown at my face.
Duck.
Huh?
When someone throws a rock at you, you duck. I keep my keycard under it, in the sink. And sinks make me think of sinking. That's what happens to forgotten memories. They sink into the depths of your brain.
Pachinon, that's a terrible system. Look, I know that you're running out of shelf space, but you really shouldn't put things on the hearth. There's a whole box of paper towels here for no reason. And don't get me started on the stuff in the cook pit.
Well, I don't put it there on purpose. I'm in the living room, and I need some place to put things, and it sort of happens. Also, I was trying to keep round things together. Round circle, round things. And Sox's helmet is round. I have a whole system based on word association.
It's no wonder you're always losing your things.
What's this thing?
It's a seed accelerator. It will help you grow your plants. We have one at the orphanage.
You mean like spice?
No, I mean like green things that grow out of the ground.
Ah, yes. envies. They're green with. I was wondering where that went off to. Oh, I've been meaning to throw that out. I think there's a trash bin somewhere around here.
Just a reminder, I'll be over tomorrow to help organize your things. The trash goes into the bin, but the clutter we can place on the shelves. We'll get everything sorted and just how you like it. Love you and see you soon. You'll never guess what I found. It's a music box.
Oh, that old thing? It probably doesn't even work anymore.
Well, that's because you never sing to it.
Pardon?
You have to train this kind of box. You fill it with a song, and it will remember the melody and play it back to you.
Oh, I don't know. Are you sure that's how it works?
Lost, alone, amidst the dreams, whispers, a voice sings for our trapped world, unheard.
That's a very catchy song. Hard to forget. Like an earworm.
Worms in your ears would be hard to forget.
I'm just saying. If I heard it, I would remember this day. Remember us. So would you, I think.
Well, I plan on sticking around for a while, but okay, deal. If something were to happen and we forget each other, we'll play this song to remember.
Deal. Oh, what do you have there? A music box? What is that? A music box? I don't remember owning that. I wonder if it even works. Would you mind? I'm not very good with these things, but hopefully it still has a little bit of song inside. This song, I can't. I remember now. This song. It's the one my granddaughter used to sing. She used to help me around the house, doing chores, tidying up, and then the accident happened. And I haven't seen her since. Have you ever had a dream that was so vivid you thought you would never forget it? Then you wake up and none of it remains. Only a longing for something you'll never have back. Most days, that's what I feel. Empty and alone, but never sure why. But when I hear that music, the dream becomes real again. And it's too much for this old man to bear. Yes. She was volunteering at the old orphanage in the heart of the city when the accident happened. So many were lost. So many. And yet, I still had hope she would return. But every day that passed, I could feel the hope in my heart start to wane. And when you played that song, I felt an emptiness swell over me. And I realized she's never coming back. I know you mean well, but I can't keep doing this. The more I cling to the idea she's still alive, the harder it gets. If you don't mind, I have a favor to ask. Keep the music box with you. The song, it carries too many memories. And with it, a pain I wish to forget. Yes, and it's my choice. If you have mercy, let me live with it. Thank you. You need not do anything special with it. But I can't bear the sight of it. Now, if you'll kindly leave, I must get back to my things.
Pesado essa missão, hein, mano? Caramba, hein? Bom, vamos voltar no cara lá e finalizar tudo aqui então.
There's a lot that needs to be done. So much sometimes it can be paralyzing. So, how did it go with Reagan? Sadly, that's the way of things at the moment. These days, it's hard to account for who's missing and who's gone. But the difference hardly matters. Loss is loss, no matter the form. In any case, thank you for doing this for me. I'm sure your visit helped him, if only for a moment. If you don't mind, can you come back in a day or two? I will have more work for you then. I most certainly will. Tazra's problems are many, but its character continues to shine through in people like yourself. Regardless, even if our paths do not cross again, Jinan bless you for your assistance.
Beleza, pessoal, finalizamos aí então mais duas missões aqui da DLC do Starfield. Se gostou, deixa o like, se inscreva no canal. Valeu, falou!